If you were one of those fans scratching your head during the 2025 NFL Draft, wondering what exactly the San Francisco 49ers were thinking, stick around, because this isn't just another analysis. This is the behind-the-scenes, war room analysis you didn't know you needed. And by the end of it, you may find yourself more excited about this draft class than any in recent memory. This isn't just a draft class. It's a statement. The 49ers didn't just draft players, they sent a message. But before I tell you all about it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't get caught up. Let's get back to what really needed fixing. The defense. Last season? Painful, disjointed, no identity. Post-Demeco Ryans, the unit lost its edge. Steve Wilkes couldn't fix it. Nick Sorensen, it got worse. And what did the Niners do? They went into the draft and attacked this weakness head-on. Defensive tackle? Check. Edge rusher? Check. Linebacker and cornerback? Check and check. This was not a patch. This was a total rebuild. Let's talk about Mike Williams, the 11th overall pick out of Georgia. This guy is 20 years old, 6'5", 300 pounds, and moves like a wrecking ball. And yet, fans were skeptical. Why? His stats didn't scream dominance, but listen closely, because here's what the scouts are saying. If he had the year he was supposed to, he would have challenged for the first pick in the draft. Let that marinate. Why didn't the production match the physical traits? Because Georgia used him wrong. They played him inside, made him two-gap. He's a natural edge rusher, and he knows it. When an NFL scout asked him about the low sack totals, Williams snapped back. I played what the coaches told me to play. I can have 10 sacks on the edge. That's the chip on the shoulder you want in your D-line. And it's not just potential. It's projection. Another scout said bluntly, I think he will have a better career than Jalen Walker or Abdul Carter. He played hurt, didn't care. Pullers come at him, he intends on effing them up. Yes, that's the exact quote. This isn't a guy who's hoping to adjust to NFL speed. This is a guy who's angry, fearless, and physically built to dominate. Longest arms at the position, massive hands, played hurt, 20 years old. Let that sink in. Pair him with Alfred Collins, the second-rounder out of Texas, and now you've got a defensive wall being built on fast forward. Another scout. He's just a junkyard dog, a load at the point of attack. He's not flashy. He's not going to fill highlight reels with sacks, but he's going to wreck blocking schemes, eat up double teams, and be the kind of guy who makes 3rd and 1 a gamble for any offense. He brings what the Niners lacked last year, grit and physical edge. He's not a Pro Bowler, but he's a tone setter. And sometimes that's exactly what a team needs. Then there's C.J. West, sub-5-second 40-yard dash at over 300 pounds. That's not just athleticism, that's violence in motion. His explosion, the way he plays with speed and aggression, could make him one of the steals of the draft. In fact, Matt Miller had him listed at number 78 in his top 100 steals. And that's not a fluke. Let's not forget Upton Stout, who might be the most exciting slot corner pickup the team could have hoped for. NFL draft analyst Todd McShay is all in. One of my favorites in the draft. There's no cornerback that gives up less separation. Stout's not tall, 5'8", maybe 5'9", but he plays like he's 6'2", physical, fast, fearless. He plays the game like he's been told his whole life that he's too small, and he's out to prove everyone wrong. And remember, Diamador Lenoir? The Niners want to keep him outside. This pick wasn't random. It was targeted, strategic. They needed a nickelback who could step in immediately. They found him. Let's shift to the offensive side for a moment. The elephant in the room. Only one offensive lineman drafted. Just one. And that's a fair gripe. The team needed a right tackle, a center, a guard, and they came away with Connor KBY out of Iowa, a day 3 pick. But listen to the scouting report. 4-year starter, plays to the whistle, looks to finish and torque defenders, above average lateral slide and anchor, played multiple positions. That's Shanahan's type of lineman. Smart, versatile, nasty, athletic. KBY had a 9.66 relative athletic score. That's elite. He's not a 330-pound mauler. He's a 309-pound mover. Perfect for the outside zone scheme. The final picks? More calculated than they seem. Jordan James, the Oregon running back, never fumbled in college. Runs with power, great in pass protection, ideal for the outside zone. McShay had him as one of his favorite backs. And remember, 49ers running backs need to block, catch, protect, and stay healthy. James checks those boxes. Curtis Rourke, the quarterback out of Indiana, nicknamed Maple Jordan, coming off a torn ACL. But he played through it all year. Not very mobile, but accurate, tough, and has that Brock Purdy feel. A long shot? Maybe. But he's in the right system to develop. This draft class has a theme: identity. Rebuild the defense. Bring back the edge. Fix the run stopping. Get faster, tougher, meaner. This isn't just about names. It's about culture. These guys, they're wired different. And, with all of this, I want to hear from you. Who is your favorite 49ers draft pick this year? Drop the name in the comments. Williams, Collins, Stout, James. Let's see where the faithful are leaning. Your take matters. Are you feeling better about the draft now? And just when you thought the excitement had peaked, enter Nick Martin, linebacker out of Oklahoma State. Now, Todd McShay wasn't high on him, but let's go beyond the headlines. This guy had over 100 tackles in 2023, multiple sacks, tackles for loss, disruptive everywhere. When you watch his tape, it screams Aziz Al-Shair. It screams Dre Greenlaw. That kind of relentless energy, that violent, sideline-to-sideline presence. He might not have the national spotlight, but he plays with heart and fire. Exactly the traits this linebacker room thrives on. And Jordan Watkins, don't sleep on him either. Another name from Matt Miller's top 100 steals, clocked a 4.3, 40 out of Ole Miss. Speed kills, and Watkins could become that field stretcher the 49ers quietly need. This is about options, depth, versatility. Something San Francisco lacked last year when injuries hit. All of this adds up to one thing. The 49ers front office had a clear vision in this draft. Not a scattered board full of best players available. They identified what went wrong last season. Defensive softness, inability to stop the run, lack of depth, and attacked it with laser focus. These weren't luxury picks. These were mission-critical moves. The identity of this defense is shifting, back to its roots, back to being feared. Mike Williams, Alfred Collins, CJ West. They're not just players. They're pillars. They bring that grit, that anger, that edge. You add that to a locker room with Nick Bosa setting the standard, Fred Warner leading the huddle, and now you're building something terrifying again. So now I'm throwing it back to you. Faithful, it's your voice that matters. Which pick fired you up the most? Drop a comment and let's get loud about it. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay well-informed daily. Go Niners!